Yo guys, welcome back to a brand new PTCGO post-rotation match video. Today's post-rotation match video, guys, we're going to be playing Lost March in the new format, and this is really weird. I don't really know my thoughts on Lost March quite yet, because Lost March does, of course, lose DCE, which I think is going to hurt Nat2, because Nat2 was pretty good in Lost March, especially now that we have Mew GX coming out. But this deck, I think, is still pretty decent. I think Lost March can still do some pretty big things. It kind of just still runs things over. And it's pretty fast, right? If we're able to get a good turn 1 Elm off, get a couple Hoppips going, and Skiplooms, we can really set this up. So yeah, before we get into today's PTCGO video, of course, guys, shout out to the sponsor, PTCGO. As always, guys, if you're ever in any need of any PTCGO pack codes, get them over at TCG if you're trying to pre-order Unified Minds codes whenever they do go live on TCG, because I am recording this like a month in advance, because I'm preparing videos for when I go away to Italy, and this is one of them. But yeah, whenever they get Unified Minds codes up for pre-order and all those good things, you can get them over at TCG. You can get Pokemon GX box codes, Trainer Kit codes, and stuff like Elite Trainer box codes over at TCG. So shout out to them if you do end up getting something from TCG at the checkout. If you put in code LDF, you get a 5% discount on your purchase with code LDF. So yeah, shout out to TCG. Now let's look into the list. So post-rotation Lost March is a bit weird because, again, it does lose Nat2, but we can focus more on using Jumpluff and other grass types. So the first thing is obviously going to be Jumpluff as your main attacker. So Jumpluff still has Lost March, doing 20 damage for each of your Pokemon in the Lost Zone, except Prism Stars. So if we're able to get enough Skiplooms into play and in our Lost Zone, Jumpluff can still do a good amount of damage. You can still two-shot stuff like Tag Team Pokemon pretty easily. We still have stuff like Trumbeak to throw away in the Lost Zone. We are going to be doing that Lost Blender Emolga combo within this deck too, to help us continuously get things going in the Lost Zone. And Jumpluff can get a lot of damage going. Sadly, we aren't playing any Shrine in this deck. We aren't playing any like Choice Band, because it's, Choice Band's gone now. So our damage modifiers aren't like insane. I think we could definitely find room for a couple Shrine, but overall, we're either going to be two Shrine things or set things up to be KO'd. And Lost March can still plow through stuff. It's also pretty quick, because again, if you get a quick enough turn 1 with your like Elm's Lecture and stuff, it's still pretty easy to get a lot of damage going with Lost March, so it's still pretty good. So we look into our other Pokemon in here. I am playing one copy of Kartana. Just having the extra backup attacker with Kartana, when you get Big Cut, you can do 130 damage is always good. And we got some Emolgas, because we're going to be using that Nuzlocke Gathering combo with Lost Blender and maybe Pokemon Communication. We are playing one copy of Mew to be able to protect our bench, because we have a lot of low HP Pokemon. One problem that Lost March is definitely going to face is stuff like Ultra Necrozmas. Giratina can be an issue too, potentially. And I'm just going to be playing two Jirachis for Stellar Wish. I don't know how I feel about this yet, but a lot of the time we want to be going with like a turn 1 Elm's Lecture, just to get a bunch of Hoppips and Skiplooms ready to go, so Jirachi can help us get that turn 1 Stellar Wish, because we're also playing some Pokégears to back that up. So we got 25 Pokemon in the deck. That's a lot, but we're chilling with what we got. And now we go into the items. We got 4 Lost Blenders. Again, it's all about just throwing things in Lost Zone, specifically stuff like Emolgas, spare Jirachis you don't need, and then you can rack up the damage. For Jumpluff's Lost March attack, we got 4 Net Balls, an amazing card right now in this format, because we can Net Ball for energy and Jirachi. It's one of the best ball searching cards. We are playing 2 Pokégears. Again, just being able to find ourselves those Elms is going to be really good. 4 Pokécoms. Pokecom is already really good with Lost March, because you can put the Jumpluff back in your deck and then Skiploom back into play. But yeah, we got the 4 Pokécoms. 2 Switches. I do like having 2 Switch. Paralysis, stuff like that. Confusion could be a problem. And also Switch goes well with Jirachi. If you don't start with the right Pokemon. We got 4 Cynthias, 1 Erika, 2 Lillie. Not insane draw supports, but a lot of the deck is going to be focused around Elm's Lecture. We might even do 2 before we even play draw supporter, because we get to turn 1 Elm for a couple Hoppips, Elm the next turn and get even more Skiplooms. And then 2 Escape Boards. There's really no tools we could really run in here, in all honesty. And 6 copies of Grass Energy. I don't play a Beast Energy in this list. I kind of regret not having that. I don't know what I would take out, though, to throw in an extra, like, a 1 Beast Energy, because you probably do need it. I do regret not having Beast Energy in here. I don't know why I didn't have it originally. But I got my games already without the Beast Energy. So, enjoy the matches. I got 3 of them, 2 Aerodactyl decks, and then a very interesting Illumise Parasect deck. Alright, guys, here we go. Let's do these post-rotation games now with our Lost March deck. And we'll see we're up against. So my opponent is playing a Lightning deck, so it doesn't really matter what they're playing in terms of, like, their deck. It just comes down to, can we win a game with Lost March? We're about to find out. I do wish I had Nat2 in this deck, Not gonna lie. I'm thinking of maybe taking out that Kartana for the Natu, and I might do that in the next game. Because this is a trial run. Obviously, we don't have all the new decks and stuff like that we're going to see at Worlds. Looks like we can Zapdos. Alright, so how are we going to approach this? I think, okay, we're going to Netball first for a Hoppip. Alright, we'll get that Hoppip down. We'll Tranquil, or Trumbeak, sorry. And, ooh, an Aerodactyl deck. So it'll be interesting to see my opponent, what kind of Aerodactyl deck they're playing. One problem with playing Aerodactyl is that there's a new stadium that comes out, so my opponent might want to find room for that, unless they have like a pseudo replacement. We do have an Elm's Lecture. I'm either going to take the Elm or the Cynthia. I think we'll just take the Elm. Our hand is pretty good. I'm fine with being in top deck mode for now. We can Elm, and get another Hoppip. And we'll pass. So sadly, we did prize more Emolgas. It'd be nice to do another Nestle Gathering and then do Lost Blender. But I do like this hand. We can at the very least do something next turn. I might end up Lost Blendering away my buzzmosa. I don't know. Actually, probably not a good idea. Probably just get rid of the Switch. Because I don't really want to get rid of this. We might need Beast Game to wrap the game up on the Jirachi or something. So my opponent is indeed playing an Aerodactyl deck, it looks like. Potentially Aerodactyl Coco. The only problem with playing this, obviously, is that DC is gone. I do think fossils, though, do get a lot better in this new format because of the new stadium. It just depends on what type of support the fossils are going to use outside of the new stadium. Like, the new Aerodactyl's good, but the problem is DC's gone, and DC is a huge factor in a lot of fossil decks, I find. Almost every fossil use DC outside of, like, Amistar. My opponent does get 2 unidentified fossils down. They might be playing like Kabutops, so they might not be playing an Aerodactyl deck completely. I was thinking about doing an Aerodactyl deck, but the problem is that new stadium hasn't come out yet, and the new Aerodactyl GX hasn't come out, so I don't really think the Aerodactyl deck would work. But they might be playing like a Zapdos Aerodactyl deck, so they might be focused more on Zapdos. So they don't. I guess they wouldn't need the stadium if they're gonna be playing Zapdos. We'll see. We shall see what happens here. There's a Volkner. We'll see if they knock out a Emolga here. It doesn't really matter if they do or not, but we'll see if it does go down. They're gonna get a Pokénav. So one thing is, if they do play Friend Ball, and if they are playing Zapdos, they can get, with the Emolga being in play, they can actually get a Zapdos, or even a Substrika for next turn. I don't think they have any grass types, though, so they can definitely take advantage of my Emolga being in play. We'll see what else they do here. They're going to attach an energy and pass. Okay, so we'll see what we can draw. Escape Board. Okay, that gives me more incentive to get rid of that Switch. So Floral Path. We do have a lot of outs, right? Yeah, even finding an Elm would be pretty good. We can knock out the Jirachi. So we Lost Blender away the Emolga and the Switch. And get another Lost Blender. We can Nestle Gathering for absolutely nothing. And we're going to have to retreat. And we can take a knockout here. We'll see if Jumpluff survives or not. Hopefully we can get a good prize. Another Hoppip. I guess we can maybe Lost Blender that away and potentially our top deck. Again, we'll see if my opponent does get the knockout here. We got a pretty weak turn 1, I guess. I mean, maybe I should take in the Cynthia, but like the turn 1 Elm is just too good with this deck. Like, you want to be doing turn 1 Elm more than doing turn 1 Cynthia. In my opinion, like, Elm, even against, like, a turn 1 Lillie is sometimes the better play. My opponent doesn't have much, though. To draw a Netball, I can get a Kartana. Can Lost Blender, get rid of the Hoppip. Doesn't look like we're going to be, like, doing too much damage here. So we can just kind of just not really dump too much in the Lost Zone for now. Hopefully we get a good prize, though. Another Emolga's not really helping. But nice, actually, if I didn't do that Lost Blender. We'll see if my opponent does get an Aerodactyl. No, they're still stuck. And, alright, we do draw a Lillie. Alrighty, then. So, here's where things get interesting. I don't want to bench the buzzmosa, but I also need to thin my hand down. I think we're going to have to burn this Escape Board. Alright, Lillie didn't get us much. We could just continue to Lost March them. I do feel bad for my opponent they're not getting anything. Obviously, this isn't going to be the only game in the video, though. So, it's fine. The one thing I do like about Lost March, though, is it is pretty quick. Depending on how your turn 1 goes, it's pretty easy to, you know, hit pretty hard with Jumpluff pretty quickly. That's one of the things I do like about that. Still, though, I'm thinking this Kartana can get cut from the deck. I just think it might be good, though, but it might be good to just remove it. Alrighty, then. I'm going to just try and get an Elm here. No, we did not find a Professor Elms. Nah, well, Cynthia. Actually, we win the game. What am I doing? We win the game. I kind of feel bad. I didn't... I totally forgot. But yeah, we'll see you guys in another match. Alright, guys, let's get into the second match here. So the first game, we were able to kind of just run my opponent over. It looks like my opponent is switching up the deck, potentially. There might be a Quagnag deck, I'm guessing. The Psychic and Water, I think, kind of says it's going to be Quagnag. If they have Wailord Carp, we might be in trouble if we don't get our Mew into play or something like that. Oof, we gotta start with buzzmosa. Not ideal. However, though, we do have a very good hand, I would say. This is actually an amazing hand. Elm for 3 Hoppips. Yes, please. And we have a lot of Pokemon to start with. And we had to start with our tag team. It's not very good. Okay, so my opponent is playing a Malamar deck. Okay, this is going to be interesting. We'll just get triple Hoppip. Do like our hand quite a bit. We can do this, we can do that. We can Nuzzly Gathering for an Emolga to thin. Ooh, we did prize 2 of our Skiplooms though, which is kind of unfortunate. Whatever. I still think we're fine for now. The extra Jet Punch damage might come in handy, but giving up 3 prizes is not good. If my opponent's playing Giratina too, and we have a lot of low HP Mons on the bench, that could be pretty bad. So we might have met our match. Looks like my opponent's playing Aerodactyl Malamar this time. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully my opponent does get a little bit of a better start this time around. Like, don't get me wrong, the buzzmosa start is fine. Like, especially because we can pick off some stuff pretty easily. We could potentially take a couple prizes before, you know, things get tough. But, still, especially if he's playing Aerodactyl, that's an easy 108 damage. So this could be scary. Let's see what my opponent's able to do. We should be safe here from any knockout. Yeah, oh, they're gonna Hypnosis, maybe? Okay. See if we wake up. Alright, we do. Good. Let's see what we can draw. Did draw Kartana. We don't really need that right now. So what we can do here is double down on our Jumpluffs. I mean, we do have a switch in the deck, so I mean, we can always hit that and then get the buzzmosa out of harm's way. We'll Floral Path. Get a couple Jumpluffs into play. Alright, so we'll Cynthia, I guess. Try and get an energy. Switch energy would be good too. We did get the switch energy, alright. To be honest though, I might just go for that play I was talking about though, where I was going to pick off his board. Does seem pretty good on my end. Alright, let's Nuzzly Gathering, get a Emolga. We get Pokémon. Sadly, we did prize our other Skiploom, so we can't just go Skiploom here. I think for now, we just kind of Jet Punch our way to victory. We might be able to pick off a couple prizes with buzzmosa here, which I think is the plan. We can also just Beast Game this NK next turn, which I might do too. We'll see. I think for now, we kind of just let buzzmosa do its thing. We can always switch out the active spot. And I gotta hope my opponent doesn't ever get a double custom catcher off. Yeah, no rush to attack with Jumpluff right now, especially because we're not doing a knock on Aerodactyl, which is kind of be pointless. So there's Aerodactyl, 100 HP, so that's good. Makes it a little bit easier for Jumpluff to KO it. Again, Fossil Fangs could be a problem, because it does do quite a bit of damage to me. They can two-shot me if he wants, if he gets like double, triple, or something like that. He's going retreating with the other Fossil. Yeah, it looks like my opponent's kind of just... Yeah, okay, that's fine. So we're not going to get the knockout on this guy, unfortunately. But it looks like my opponent has decided to retreat. You know, Beast Energy could go in this deck, too. Completely forgot to put Beast Energy in here, in all honesty. Oh, looks like my opponent's going to try and confuse me. That's pretty bad, actually. Alright, not the greatest top deck in the world. Our hand is pretty bad. We can get a Trumbeak here, I think. Or I can get Jirachi. We can get both, actually. I do want to do the Trumbeak, though. Try and, do something. I know it's going to draw Malamar. That's fine. He doesn't really have much in his discard pile. So now we're going to knock out the Aerodactyl. It's pretty good. We'll Nuzzle Gathering again. I'll probably just go for Jirachi. Just go for the Jirachi here. Or, I guess we can try to Lillie, but I'd have to switch, and I don't want to risk it. I guess we can do this. We can switch into the Jumpluff. We can Lillie for 4. I guess we can burn this. Just so I can Lillie for 5, and then just try and draw one of our energies. Alright, we found one. Nice. We also got a Lost Blender for next turn, too. Though I don't really want to play it on my Mew, we'll just knock out this Aerodactyl. Lost March doing its moves. See if my opponent's able to do anything. There's another Skiploom, which is going to be really good. So next turn, I can just Nuzzle Gathering, Elm's Lecture, go from there. I think we're in a pretty good spot. My opponent needs to get like a Giratina down to put some pressure on me. One of the things that Malamar is going to struggle with, I think, is really its top consistency. Because, like, the deck is still, like, it's consistent. It still keeps a lot of its stuff. But the attackers you have to work with aren't that great. Like, well, it's good. I don't know what I'm trying to get at here. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, like, stuff like Giratina and stuff could be slow. I don't know. Oh, ooh, a Toxicroak. If any of your second Pokemon are knocked out by damage, ooh. That's a pretty smart tech idea. I can do 120. Ooh. That's actually kind of interesting. That Toxicroak with, like, Ditto or something actually could knock out a Pikarom in one hit. That's actually a pretty smart tech idea. That could be pretty good. I don't know if Onix is going to be good with Malamar anymore now that DC is gone. It's a lot of energy to commit, but we could still see Onix see play in Malamar. That's interesting. That Toxicroak's a cool idea. My opponent's going to get an Inkay here. Let's see what they go for. I'm sure they're stuck right now. Yeah, they're just going to switch. They can try to put me to sleep and hope I don't draw into something like Escape Board. Alright, they might have bought a turn. Sorry about this sneezing. I apologize. Allergies, guys. It's a pain. It is a pain. Okay. Let's go Floral. Alright, let's see. So if I do... I guess we don't need to do Elms. Well, maybe we could. Sorry about the sneezing, guys. I apologize. I hate having allergies. So currently, we're doing 140. I guess we can Elm. I mean, we're chilling anyways. We can do this. Get some more guys in the last zone. Alright, another Jirachi's good. Yeah, I think we're chilling for now. I mean, we're in a pretty good spot, regardless. Even if my opponent, you know, if I give him the turn, it doesn't matter. We're getting things going in the Lost Zone. We currently got 60... 120, 180 damage in the Lost Zone, so my opponent can't even attack me with Dawn Wings and have it be safe from Jumpluff, which is pretty good. We'll see if they have any, like, Gengar Mimikyus or something like that. Doesn't look like they're just drawing very well. I'm sure they have Jirachi in the deck. I did see Metal. I'm sure they want to find that. Yeah, they're just forced to, like, build a Malamar. So they're just not getting very lucky here. Yeah, it's a shame. That's the way Pokemon work sometimes. What is Cynthia? See if we can get more Lost Blender action in. Just keep throwing stuff in the Lost Zone. And there we go. We can throw in... Well, that's basically the same hand almost. We got the same 3 Pokemon back. Alright, now we're doing even more damage. I don't even know how much this is. Still have to play a lot of Trumbeaks. Actually, might as well. We might be able to hit a supporter here. Keep throwing mans in the Lost Zone. Alright, Trumbeak, what you looking at? Ooh, he's gonna draw an Aerodactyl. That's not good for him. And boom, Lost March for 240. So we're taking out Pikarom in one hit now. I like to see it. There's a switch, so if my opponent tries to hypnosis me again, we can get out of that. I mean, I do feel pretty bad for my opponent right now, though. They just can't really get much going both games. And a deck like Lost March, you can't really afford to fall behind, like, too much, because, like, the more turns I get to just build up the Lost Zone and stuff like that, the scarier. scarier it can be. But they are going for a Bill. We'll see if Bill gets them much. Double Treasure, again, if they're playing Giratina, that can help them. And Giratina is a bit of a threat. I don't think they're playing Ultra Necrozma, though. So I don't think they'll ever be able to, like, sweep my board with a Sky Scorching Light. Though that is possible. That's one of the problems with this Lost March deck, is Sky Scorching Light. They're just gonna get a Mew. Yeah, it's not great for them. Mew doesn't really give them much. I don't know if they have Giratina or not. Like, stuff like Spell Tag would be pretty interesting, because Spell Tag and Mew would knock out my Jumpluff, or my Jirachi, or something like that, depending on what they wanted to do. But yeah, this Lost March list that I got is consistent enough. It's working for me, and that's all that matters. Yeah, they gotta go with Mew. Do they have a Spell Tag? No, they are gonna Psychic Recharge, though. Building up the other Malamar. So they can go for that Psi Power. They're probably just gonna hit the Jumpluff. Yeah, they're in a pretty bad spot, I would say. I don't really know if they can win at this point either, considering how much they'd have to like have like an Ultra Necrozma play to like win the game. I think. Like if they don't play Ultra Necrozma, they could set up 10 damage everywhere. They're actually my Buzzmosa, which is interesting. Unless it's Cynthia, I keep trying to get Trumbeak. There we go, double Trumbeak. That's like enough for us to TEU big tag teams. There's a Slowking. See, I would say they're playing like a Malamar stage 1 box deck. Interesting build. They would, unfortunately for them, they were I cannot talk today. They just weren't able to really get their consistency going. Yeah, 280. I mean, at this point, I don't know what my opponent can do. We're getting a lot of damage. At this point, we can get 320 damage to Lost Zone thanks to the Skiploom if we ever get another Hoppip online. There's like nothing they can really do at this point, I think, to win. Interesting, though, using a bunch of anti-meta cards like Aerodactyl and the Toxicroak, different ways to take out different threats. It's an interesting build for sure. But yeah, the consistency of this Lost March list is surprising me. I don't know if we really need Natu. The only thing that like says that we need Natu is because of stuff like Mewtwo and Mew Tag Team GX. But the problem with playing Natu is we're never going to be able to really build it up, I don't think. Like, it's not really ever going to happen. But Natu technically is one of the only things in this deck that could efficiently take down something like a Mewtwo Tag Team. So I don't really know if we need Natu or not. I don't know. I'm fine with this list. Like, I'm fine with how it's working. I do think we can probably add a Beast Energy, though, with Kartana. Or take out the Kartana. There's a few other options you can run. You can put in something else in the deck. Take out the Kartana if you want. Alrighty, then. We're just gonna, I think, just do this. Just keep thinning the deck out. I mean, we're in pretty much cruise control. But yeah, I'm liking this deck. I am liking the list here. There's another Lost Blender, so now our damage output is even more insane. There's our first fossil. So we don't have any gusting cards, and that's one thing with this deck is we don't have any gusting. So it's just straightforward. We'll see if they even get a knockout here in this game. I kind of feel bad. I'll probably do one more game with our deck here, just because these first two games were kind of uneventful. Not much really happened. The list was consistent, though. We're capping out some pretty big Lost March damage. Wish I played Beast Energy, though. I might take it out. I might take out the Kartana or something added. And I don't know what I would remove, though, for Beast Energy. I'm fine with this list, honestly. I don't really think we need to do much with it. Yeah, so I think Lost March is decent right now. I really do. I do. So we're just gonna try and cap out our damage. Just why not? Might as well just blow through. I think we're doing the max amount of damage we could do with a full board of Lost Marchers. 360! Not even a Wailord with somehow that got rid of its weakness and a buff pad, he wouldn't even survive. That's insane. That's insane. But yeah, I think GG to my opponent here. No, they literally can't win. It's impossible for them to win. They'd have to quite literally have a big brain play where they sweep my board with an Ultra Necrozma. But I don't think they play Ultra Necrozma, so we don't have to worry about that. I'll just give them sorry for the whiff. Sorry for the bad draws. That can happen. That's one of the problems with this new format, I guess, without Ultra Ball and stuff like that, to keep consistency going. Stuff like this can happen. 360 damage. Holy Jumpluff, you need to chill out. Alright, we're gonna do one last game with our Lost March here against my opponent. So yeah, we're so far 2-0. I think my opponent is playing 2 different Aerodactyl decks, I think, or 3 different. Yeah, we'll see how we do here. We do lose the coin flip, unfortunately. That's fine. So yeah, as long as we can get the consistency like we did last game, we should be good. We do have a Mew and a Trumbeak double Hoppip start. This hand is fine, I guess. As long as we have our Hoppips, we're good. Maybe I shouldn't have started with Mew. I don't know. Ooh. Interesting. They're playing a Illumi's Parasect deck. So yeah, that's one of the issues with, you know, kind of getting into these games, showing off these decks, is like, you know, you kind of have to play like non-GX rogues preparing for this format because of the fact like Cherish Ball is not a thing yet. So, but yeah, Battle of the Rogues is fine, and we'll see how we do. Our start this time around is not the greatest. We can try to do Lost Blender. I don't know if I want to though. I guess I could. It doesn't really matter if I do Trumbeak or not. I don't know if I want to dump that Jumpluff though. But I guess we could definitely use Buzzmosa in this match. Yeah, we'll see. Not really a fan of doing this. I think I'll go for Psi Power though. I think I will do Psi Power. Well, he could do 20. 1 Parasect would be another 20. 2. Okay, maybe he can knock me out next turn. Alright, we just drew a Cynthia. Not bad. Hey, and look at that. We even lost zoned a Cynthia. Okay, so we'll netball for another Hoppip. Alright, we do have all our Skiplooms this time around. Didn't look like we have all our Jumpluffs, though. Cynthia. Not bad. So do I want to bother with Psi Power? Not really. I think I just passed. The only reason I want to do it is to set something up to get Beast Gamed. I think if I just hold my switches, we don't really have to worry about that. Buzzmosa probably will never get one shot. So there's a Pokénav. Look at the Parasect card you take and reveal a Pokemon or an energy you find there. Interesting idea to play Pokénav. I actually didn't even realize I could do that. Interesting. I didn't get my opponent anything though, unfortunately for them. So they can knock out Mew here if they can hit another Parasect. Or I can get knocked out going back to my turn. So I almost want them just to knock me out here, just so it's not as awkward. I might have to burn the switch. Alright, Pokécom, that does look like they did get the knockout. A Volbeat. Ooh, what does that do? I didn't even get to see it. I think it had 1 attack. I'm gonna play down Zebstrika. They can sprint. There's, oh wow, double Parasect. Alright, so they did get the double Parasect after all, and they're gonna sprint. Get rid of an energy. Alright, so they can knock out my Mew, but Mew is being sacrificed for the greater good. We didn't really need Mew in this matchup. Okay. Should be able to get a knockout here. I think I just go for Elm, to be honest with you. There's our Emolga. I think we just Elm. Get double Skiploom, get another Hoppip, I guess. The only problem with playing Elm is you can't get Jirachi. It'd be nice if you could, but you can't. Alright, we are going to get a knockout. And we'll see if we get Jumpluff off the prizes. That's kind of the goal. Good thing, too, if they don't get a triple Parasect to play, there's no way they can knock out Jumpluff in 1 hit. But it still makes it awkward because I get knocked out going to my turn, but I can always retreat. So there's a lot we can do here. As long as they don't triple Parasect me, Jumpluff is living to see another day. So we should be good. And here we go, Lost March. 140. See, if we're up against a tag team deck, right, that 140 would be huge, because that's a lot of damage to put on a tag team Pokemon. Oh, they're bringing in these... Oh, never mind, I was going to say. So, yeah, if they get another Parasect down, they can start one-shotting me, and they do indeed get another Parasect. So this is going to be a bit of a back-and-forth one-shot game from here. They are hitting prizes, and this is where the Buzzmosa is going to be important. Volbeat. Volbeat. What does that do? If Elumi's used... Oh, dang. That could do 120? Okay, so now this deck is looking a little bit more interesting. Now this deck is looking more interesting. Oh. Interesting that he didn't knock me out with the Illumies, but yeah, this is actually looking a little bit more scarier now. Alright, we drew a last blender. We'll play it. We'll dump the Lillie. I think it's worth it. No, wait, I could have just done Nuzzly Gathering. I'm a bot. Oh my. Why didn't I just Nuzzly Wow, I'm gonna regret that, aren't I? That was a silly misplay. Whew, that sucks. Alright, well, I'm a bot. What can I say? Did not mean to do that. I meant to do Nuzzly Gathering first. I did not even realize I could have. So there you go. Boom. Alrighty then. Let's get ourselves Trumbeak. Oh, they have a shrine. It's not really mattering though. So really at this point, it's coming down to who takes last prize. I'm going to try and do Kartana here though, I think. Because if I do Kartana, I can get that extra prize in and not have to waste as many Jumpluffs. My win condition is take as many prizes as I can, and then I'm going to have to try and win the game with a Beast game. Without Beast Energy, which I really regret not putting in here. I might end up doing more games with Lost March for another video, so I'll probably do a more tweaked version. Maybe I'll do a different version of the deck entirely. Maybe it'll be like a different Lost March build. It won't just be like Lost March Emolga. Alright, so they will knock me out thanks to the Parasects. Honestly, it might not be a bad idea to do buzzmosa now. No, I think we take the Kartana knockout. I think we just take the Kartana knockout, assuming we can find Kartana. Ooh, nice. We hit another supporter. That's always good. I'm not going to get the Emolga, I just want to look in the deck. So we do have 3 Pokécoms and 3 net... Okay, we actually have a lot of outs here. Ah, man. I can't play the Erika. Yikes. Ooh. I can't play the Erika to get the, to draw many cards. Oh, boy. I might have to just take the loss of the Jumpluff knockout. If I don't get the Skiploom LOT the prizes, though, it's like game over. Yeah. Doesn't look like we can get there. I think we're gonna have to do this. Oh, no, we can't. We had to bench that. Why? Whatever. Okay, we almost didn't get it either, which is pretty scary. For some reason, I was thinking we'd have 5 cards with the Erika, but it looks like we could still play it. The more you know. Alright, let's go. Doing a Lost Blender. What are we getting here? Netball's pretty nice. We'll take our first Kartana knockout. Alright, skip our Jumpluff. Okay, nice, we got it. So, we just need to use buzzmosa at the right time and hope my opponent doesn't play double custom catcher. But at least my opponent's able to put up more pressure this time, which is always good. Makes this a little bit more interesting. Instead of me just kind of bodying them like the last couple games. Oh, they got their own Kartana. Alright, so we gotta take a knockout with Jumpluff here. And then we just gotta set up a buzzmosa play. Which isn't gonna be easy. But we do have to go for buzzmosa. The problem is, though, that damage racks up pretty quickly for Volbeat. Oh, he's actually going with Volbeat. Oh, never mind. Maybe we aren't in such a bad spot. Really wish I had Beast Energy in this deck, though. Not gonna lie, I really wish I did have Beast Energy. No need to bring in Jirachi, our hand's pretty good. Okay. Maybe I should have brought in Jirachi. Lol. I can always retreat switch into it, though. Alright, so Stellar Wish. We'll take the net ball. So our goal here is to... I might just go for the buzzmosa now. No, but then I'll get knocked out. I have to do it at the right time. So I have to wait to do the buzzmosa. I don't know, this might not end too well. Triple netball. How you doing? There's a skateboard. You slap that on Jirachi. So we just gotta go for the buzzmosa here. Just gotta hope buzzmosa sticks. We might end up losing this, to be honest. I actually don't know if we can win this. The confusion in the shrine stacks, and then the fact that he can just go in with a Volbeat for 120, and if I stay confused, I don't know. He did get the Volbeat, not good. All we have to do is just do Jet Punch, and then hope we win, and just hope we survive the turn, and we can win the game. So our win is there. We just gotta survive the turn. Looks like my opponent does got me, though. Bring in the Jirachi. Okay, we did get a switch, which is good. Because we can get out of confusion, which might be enough to save me. Let's go for a Trumbeak again. Why not? So we just basically gotta switch into the Buzz, switch out of the Buzzwole, and we should be okay. Unless my opponent has double custom catcher. I don't know though. Just gonna come down to this. We'll see how we do. This is gonna be an interesting finale. Basically, do this. We Jet Punch, hit the Volbeat. And all we gotta do is survive the turn, which I think we're good to go. So I think we got this wrapped up, especially because we did get that second switch. And it should be game. I don't think my opponent can knock me out this turn. He'd have to, like, do something insane, and I don't think there's anything... Like, he can confuse me. Like, he's obviously going to go for the Illumies and just kind of hope that I don't flip tails, but then I'm just going to switch out. He'd have to, like, literally, like, not even an Absol would save him. Yeah, just a confusion. But we will indeed give him the GG, though, because we do have game because of that second switch we got in our deck. So we get to switch out, and Beast Game for the win. That is why, folks, the buzzmosa is pretty good in this deck. That's why the buzzmosa is good to have around in this deck, because stuff like that can happen. So sometimes you just need to wrap the game up. I do think now we need to put a Beast Energy in this deck. I'll probably revisit this deck down the road. But yeah, that is going to wrap today's PTCGO video, looking at our post-rotation Lost March deck. I do really like this deck. Lost March post-rotation isn't as good as probably it was before because of like Natu getting nerfed, especially because you need the Natu for the Mewtwo, but to be fair, it's still easy to get damage racked up pretty quickly for this deck, so I think this deck is pretty good. I think we're going to try and find room for a Beast Energy. I think we just cut one of the grass, to be honest. But yeah, that's wrap up the video. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like on today's PTCGO post-rotation match video, and also subscribe to have the road to 5K or 6K subs, wherever I'm at the time of this video going live. Make sure to check out the sponsor Kartana TCG in the description below if you're looking for Unified Minds codes. Pre-order them there, get all that good stuff there, get trainer kit pre-orders, all that good stuff. And follow me on Twitter in the description below, and I'll see you guys on another video. Bye.